Boom! In the tube. Live and direct. In the tube, he's back. Welcome, everybody. Hope everything is well. Yeah, great. Today, we're going to have another little chat. Yeah. A time has come. A time has come. A time has come. We have reached the limit. I think we are there. You know why we have reached the limit? Because it's a time, an awakening like never before. I've never sensed that and it's not okay. Flat Earth for sure is a catalyzer, is gonna help some people to see clear through the deception, the illusion. But I mean, there's a lot of people all over the earth just speaking their voice, making their voice be heard. And it doesn't mean that it's not because you're not aware of the whole thing that you're not doing something for the good. You know what I mean? So it's to keep pushing, keep planting seed, because these people can wake up very fast. We cannot. That's why I always say we cannot, diminish not diminish, but underestimate the power of planting seed, or the power of just talking about it. Just networking. Networking is very important and expanding. And this is what I want to do. I don't want to shove it down the throat of people, because it's very heavy, the stuff. But I think a time has come where it's time for us to take our head out the sand and look in the mirror. Look within ourselves. Look within ourselves altogether. I think we should just stop altogether and start doing some philosophy with our lives. That would help a lot. If we could all big up Castle. Castle is in the chat. Big up. What did you mark? So much TV now showing NASA BS. Yeah, we must have hit a big nerve somewhere. Yeah, for sure. But they are doing more and more damage control, and they know that the time has come, and awakening is here. And not only because, if we take just astrology or the age of Aquarius or whatever can be the cause for us awakening, no matter what it is, we are awakening. This is the time. This is the place. This is the time and the place where we can start, doing something that's gonna. We must come together. We must come together, and it's not come together all in the same place. Come together with our consciousness. The moment we're gonna rise this, it's rising by the day. The consciousness, our will to get out this mess is rising by the day. So it's very important to, all together, play your role, do your part. We are in a time where you cannot avoid the world duty. The world duty. This is what we all want to avoid at one point, is a responsibility outside of ourselves. We want to put that out the door very fast often. Yeah, we want, and even awakening is a big job. It's a big job because you're gonna change a lot. A lot of stuff are gonna change inside you, for sure. Me, come on, I'm not for sure. I haven't changed. I woke up. You can say that if you want. You can say I haven't changed. I just woke up. But I've changed some stuff. For sure, I've changed some stuff, some habits. I changed my ways. Of seeing the world, and the impact I was having personally on this earth. A time has come where we should also realize the impact we're having, and voting with our money and stuff like that. Not just becoming conscious. We are in a decade of consciousness. This is what I say often. It's because it's a time where we can, begin to envision that people start being conscious. All the information is out there. We have internet. Just this should be such a great tool for us to wake up in an exponential rate, like very, very fast. It's happening too fast. Like I don't know what is the percentage of people waking up every day to I don't like to say to the deception, because to me we're not the deception is for them. The deception is for them. The deception is not for us. To me, I don't live in a world of deception. I live in a fake paradise. I live in a paradise, a fake paradise, but it's still the potential to have we have such power to create such a wonderful adventure here, but we're taking all that power, all that mighty force we have, that divine force, that divine love, and we just transform it in the center of our body into hate sometime, and that's what we project into the world. And this is why also, the ego comes and restrain us a lot, and doing a lot and realizing a lot of stuff too. And for my part, this is the ego. The ego was restraining me from getting information. It's like a wall. It's like a big, big wall before you, and it's like that's the thing you have to put down. Is the ego, to reach out to others. It's very important. A man is just a man. A woman is just a woman. Once you realize that, it's easier to go out and open your heart and reach out and network and build a network that's gonna last. You want to associate with people that's gonna be there for you, and you're gonna be there for them. That's the kind of network you want to build. For sure, these days, everybody's just for themselves. It's a real jungle out there. It's a real jungle. The world is a jungle, for sure. If you haven't sensed the jungle and the fakeness, and there's something really, really wrong with the way we're living. And that's what I disagree with. So I come and criticize, but I criticize by creation. I come on YouTube and I give my opinion and I speak my mind, because I know there's something wrong. I don't have all the solution. I don't have all the solution, but that doesn't mean I have to sit down and let them do whatever they want. I can speak out. I can, this is how we're going to get out of this thing, is once we put down the ego and we're capable to sit down together and talk to each other and have conversation that's going to, be conscious. It's priceless to have a conversation with someone on a conscious level. It's priceless. It's so priceless. I love those conversations. Like meeting someone that that they have that little flame inside, that little bit of conscious thread, and they're not fully awake, but that they can be fully awake if you give them the tools, or you just give them a bit of coaching. Sometimes people, that's all they need. Just a little bit of insight. Just a little bit of insight, because that's what all the answers, we all have them inside of us. I have it, you have it, everyone. So it's just a bit of insight, looking inside. And it is priceless. And it's why I love these chats. That's it. This is the best conversation I ever had in my life, is with myself and you guys. Now I'm talking to, I have nobody really, but I have the number at the bottom. It says how many viewers live, but and I see you in the chat. That establish a very good connection. That's why I like to see the names in the chat, because it right away it establishes some kind of a, even though I know some people are there, but it's still like I like to see that, and it's priceless. Like you say, it's priceless, because these moments are very unique, because the people You're going to meet awake in your life, awake and aware, and wanting more out of life, wanting to get out the default state or the living dead zombified default state are very few. Very few people you're going to meet in your life that you're going to be able to have a great conversation with them, like talk about life and not gossiping, and they talk about projects, and they're gonna cheer for your dream and you're gonna cheer for them. Very few people. And very often it's strangers. Very often the people that's gonna support you the most is strangers, is people you don't even have a clue that they're often there before sometimes, and they're gonna show up unexpectedly. And this is because the most support you're gonna get, the come on, I don't get it from my family. I get it from you guys online, for sure. It's my children, my wife. Like there's people supporting, but you have to understand also that it's not their dream. It's your dream. It's your thing. It's your life work. It's up to you to make it. Like often we wait for approval for people to come and help us to do things for us, and often it's up to us to find a way to make it happen. Sometimes find the way out of no way. This is very important for us to rise outside of that fallen state, because altogether, if one person can do magnificent change. Hold on a second. Yeah. If one person can do a magnificent change and be part of that, it's like we are the ocean. Okay, we are the ocean, but we are also the wave. Each and every one of us is a wave on the ocean. So it's like a puzzle. We are each a piece of the puzzle, but that doesn't mean that my piece of the puzzle here will fit with other pieces of the puzzle, but it's the same puzzle. So, my vibe will attract my tribe. That's why it's very, very important to come out and do your stuff. And, in anything that you do, if you put consciousness into it, if you become conscious, like in everything you do, in what you say and what you do and what you are, if you are conscious and all these things, people around you are going to pick it up. And it's not necessary like to come on YouTube. You just in real life. In real life, you go around and you just speak your mind and embody. Live your truth, and very important to little by little, we must not consent to live in fear. We must not consent to live in fear. This is very important. A lot of us are trapped in fear. And fear is something we harvest, and we plant and harvest together. Like we do that all together. Because okay, we can blame the government and this, and we are the government. We are the world. What are you talking about? Blaming the government or blaming this or blaming that? Blame yourself for letting go of your power. Blame yourself. Don't blame the government. Don't blame this. Don't blame your mother. Blame yourself for not taking action. You're born dead with life, so you have to take the choice to wake up. So, very, very important to, you cannot blame anybody. When I see people blaming, I was a bit like that before. I was like putting the blame on everybody else but myself. This is what we do. We blame everybody else and we encourage everybody else but ourselves too. This is what I realized at one point in my life. It's good to encourage people. Yeah, but you must encourage yourself too. This is what we forget a lot. Especially when it comes to young people, they get molded very, very fast and having idols, and especially in with the entertainment, the music, and all the stuff, the movies and magazines, and it's there constantly to bombard us so we don't see the trouble. They want to bombard us, so we're all enclosed in some kind of our little world, and we don't want to reach out and to see what's out there. But at one point, we must break free from that little cage, that little cage that is put upon us. Because society has put a cage, a veil of ignorance on you, and if you don't lift it, good chance you will probably never really not. But yeah, you might maybe experience life to the fullest, but not to the fullest because you're gonna do things, but unconsciously. Like I think it's very important to remember who you are. Like I don't remember who I am fully, but I'm in the process of remembering. And this is not only me, it's all of us. If one remember, everybody remember. It's like that. We are a consciousness. It's nothing very complicated. And I was thinking the other day, someone made a comment. Yeah. I was thinking of the oil. Someone mentioned the oil in the chat, but I was thinking about that, the oil in the ground, in the earth. Could it be there, if everything is magnetic and, with the torus field and all that? Could that oil be for the compression system, for the heat? Like an hydraulic system needs oil to be able to perform. So could it be like the same thing? Like the earth must be moving inside and contracting and expanding, and it needs the oil, inside the earth to be able to do that. That's what I was thinking. But I'm gonna talk about it to Santos Saturday. Don't miss the Truman Show again, Saturday night live. Saturday Night Live with Santos Bellacci on the Truman Show. Yeah. It's going to be a great vibe again. Great vibe. I like having Santos. Now I saw some people. People talk. That's the thing. People talk, and people like to this is what, when information gets put out, of course, some people might take your information and make it their own and maybe expose it in a different way than you do. But this is what is good too. Not some people will explain it one way, another will come another way, explain it another way, and another one will take the same information, explain it another way. That's what happened with the flat earth. If Eric Dubé and all the other people that came out at the beginning and exposed that thing and said, "Oh no, don't share my information. This is mine," we would have been like, "Come on!" But they all say, "Share my information, share the video, share the stuff." For sure, it's about sharing. It's not about ego and. So I think it's a lot about sharing our information also. We are in a time that we are the more awake than any time before. And what? We're going to keep our information for ourselves? That's what I say. When I say networking, that's what it is. We must start to network and really all the big YouTubers should by now I know they're getting together into some kind of conference, but even that, I don't know if this is the solution to I don't know. It's one point of it. It's one step in the journey. It's one step in a journey. I don't, everyone has their journey, and it's like I said, it's not up to me to make sense of it. It's not up to you to make sense of anybody's journey, of making sense of my journey, or that's why we all have our each and unique path to take and to follow. It's not to be a copycat. That's why it's very important. Follow your path, follow the light, follow your instinct, follow your intuition. Very important. Intuition is something we all have. We all have intuition. But it's to use that intuition also. This is one thing we don't use because we intellectualize too many things. When we intellectualize, we lose that sense of intuition, of perception, of innate guidance. Inner guidance. We all have that inner divine guidance, but if we eat too much poison, then we are too intoxicated and cannot reflect and think properly. It's going to be very hard to. I think what is happening now is huge. For sure, it's huge. First time in human history, people have seen through these lies. That's and internet is part of that for sure. We must be very grateful for internet. We are in a time, especially with the flat earth, people awakening to the fact that we've been lied to on everything. It's big. It's huge. It's huge. Now it's the government, that are gonna Babylon is gonna feel the pain. We have felt the pain enough. We have felt enough pain. Now it's up to Babylon to start feeling the pain. Collectively, we have experienced enough trauma, enough that now it's time to rise it up. It's time to rise it up, and this flat earth awakening, or realizing that we've been lied to on everything is huge, and it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense because once you realize how the game is played and everything, you're like, oh yeah, for sure. There's something here. There's something going on, but you couldn't see it before because you had some kind of veil in front of your eyes, preventing you from seeing the truth, seeing the through the deception. This is what happened to us. We have some kind of a veil, some kind of a and once before we break through this veil of ignorance, and because we're very, very ignorant, very the society that they make is not to make you very wise and make you reach your full potential, full might power, and no, that's not what they teach you in school. In school, they will teach you to stay low consciousness. Low consciousness, low vibration. Some teachers are awakening, some are seeing also through the illusion, because now we are networking, we are talking about it, so more and more people are getting in the flat earth is going mainstream, pretty much, now they're talking about it all over. It's rare that they're not going to bring it up in some kind of a press conference somewhere, or people are not uncomfortable anymore talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's waking up to the fact that we've been lied to on everything. And we have lied to ourselves. This is the thing. We have lied to ourselves, and that's what we realize, that we've been living a lie. That's what I realized. I realized I was living a lie, but when we all wake up and realize we're living a lie, that things are going to change. Things are going to change very fast. Once you change your way, you become the change. And when they used to say the earth was flat, they thought they were just wrong. But we know they lie. Yeah. Flat earth, people laugh, but flat earthers, if you want to call them like that, know something. We know something. We know something that I don't know why some other people, they're so profoundly indoctrinated and depending on the system that they will not want to know anything about this because they're very dependent on the system. If you build the kind of life that you're not depending on the system, you're going to want to expose the system. But if you are depending on it and you are very much indoctrinated and you think that the system is all that we can have, is the only solution for us to get out this mess. You have to see through you have to realize that the system is not there for us to, we have collectively we have put this system in place because we are very much ignorant, and we don't want to we have a government because we cannot govern ourselves. It's not because it's there to we are the government. This is what we have to come to realize, that yeah, we can blame this, blame that, but we are the world. It's up to us to wake up and make a change. And we are in a time that it's so easy to have access to information on YouTube everywhere. Everybody's speaking their mind, everybody's coming out, and this is what we need, because this is the divine part of it. It's us speaking our truth, speaking truth everywhere. There's voices resonating everywhere. We have reached the limit. We have reached the limit collectively, and it's time to realize the lies. Time to wake up, because like I said, I am going to have Monsieur Lézard also on the Truman Show. I talked to him this morning by Messenger, and we're going to have a nice, he's a reggae artist in France. And I was talking with him, and, this is what we need. This is what, it's a time like, you can tell people are more and less people are giving their life energy to this overlay, to this matrix. More and more people are waking up to the to the fuckery and to the lies, to the deception. But it's not a deception for us, it's a deception for them, because for us, we're gonna find back all our power through that experience. This is what's gonna happen collectively, is we're going to find back our power all together, and we're rising to the occasion, and the world is going to, we are no more silent anymore. There's no more silence. We've been silent. It's good. Silence is golden. Silence is golden, but we have to speak out now and tell the truth. We have to speak out and tell the truth, no matter if it shakes the reality of people, or if you realize that you've been bamboozled. It's okay. Just admit it to yourself and go on. Carry on. Realize the brainwash and realize the enslavement, and move on. Carry on. This is why you're here, to carry on. We have a job to do, and it's to carry the truth. It's to carry the truth. You must be a carrier of truth, in service of the truth. Yeah, seeing many new channels hosting live hangout. Yeah, new folks are waking up. Yeah, more. Rockin said that. He says new folks are waking up, and I think so. I'm not on YouTube scrutinizing, but I like to know it from you guys like that. I know I can sense it anyway. It's something I can, it's like something we can sense at one point, an awakening, because once you attach yourself to the awakening, to the universal mind, and you start waking up your mind, you kind of feel those vibration of those awakened vibration. You kind of feel them coming from everywhere, and because you have your life energy attached to it, you don't have your life energy and attached to distraction. So your thoughts, your energy, your thoughts goes towards that direction, and this is what we need. It's just a matter of frequency and vibration. You can sit in your house and have a tremendous effect on the world just by having the right thinking, directing the right thought, and we have made this world with our thoughts. This world is made of thoughts, nothing else but thoughts. So thoughts and dreams, and that's how we have built this world. That's how we have made this world the way it is, for sure. I wouldn't know, Rockin', I wasn't there. Okay, modern day definition is old disaster imagery. Yeah, that's what the world apocalypse. Yeah, the apocalypse. The apocalypse. They make it sound like the apocalypse is the end of days. Often the religious people. This is what I had in mind growing, but not growing up. But yeah, growing up, like the apocalypse would be the end of time, but the apocalypse is the end of this time. It is the end of this era. It's a new time, new era of consciousness. This is the apocalypse. Is the end of the way of the world the way it is now. It's a time where we must, where we can, really, yeah, people sharing thoughts instantly via the internet. This is wonderful. This is what we have internet. If we start using it for the right purpose and start, a time has come. A time has come for that also, where it's time to stop using internet just for distraction and you really use it for the benefit of us all. For the benefit of us all. Sharing our thoughts, sharing our experiences, very important because this is essential for people to, for some people to start seeing clear. What we need is inspire each other. This is what we need. Inspire each other and never, relentlessly wake up and stop the distraction and stop attaching energy to the overlay. And we're going to make it. So, guys, I'm letting you go. Rise and shine, and that's it. I have some stuff to do, so it's a short one today. But I'll be back tomorrow morning. Yeah. Rise and shine. Live your dreams. He's out. He's out the tube.